तुम्हारा नाम मैंने अपने जिस्म पर, आत्मा पर, जिस्म पर और दिमाग पर गाड़ दिया है। मैं तुमसे बहुत मोहब्बत करता हूँ।
Necklace Road, this 6.3 kilometers road in Hyderabad, is now going to be full with people in just a few hours from now. And vice versa, I also don't want anybody who's probably going to be my partner later to... Whoa, what the hell is happening? Are you gonna do it? This is Valentine's Day, and this is one of the famous spots to hang out for couples in Hyderabad. Although I think that this place stinks, and I have no idea, absolutely no idea how people manage to sit here in the parks, look into each other's eyes and hug each other. बदबू नहीं मारती क्या यार? तुम लोगों को बदबू नहीं मारती क्या?
చూడు బాస్, లవ్ ని లవర్స్ ఎవరు డిస్టర్బ్ చేయలేరు. డిస్టర్బ్ అయితే అసలు అది ప్రేమే కాదు. ప్రేమ అంటే ఒక తపస్సు, ఇద్దరు కలిసి చేసే తపస్సు. ప్రేమికులు పరిసరాల్ని మర్చిపోవాలి, ఈ ప్రపంచాన్ని మర్చిపోవాలి. ఈ ప్రపంచం మీ కళ్ళ ముందు నుంచి కనుమరుగవుతుంది. మీకేం కనిపించట్లేదు, వినిపించట్లేదు.
ఆ బొంగేం కాదు. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take a spin on this road while I tell you about today's topic, 3 things I learned about love in the last 15 years. First thing, the magic 3 words that a lot of people hear from time to time. The 3 words, I love you, is useless. A lot of us have heard this, and a lot of us are probably waiting to hear these. But I've learned that these words are useless, and I'm not talking about the way we say it to friends, like I say in the stream, I love you guys. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the romantic love between 2 people who promise to be each other's partners. I've come to understand and learn that humans use this word so often, but they do not actually mean it. It's just thrown. It's thrown and tossed around. It's not seen in their actions. It's generally used in 2 situations. One, the happy situation, like you get a gift or you bought tickets for holiday. Or second, in a situation where one person feels insecure that the other person will leave. Apart from these 2, when it is actually needed, the action of this word is not seen. Like people do not stand by their words when an actual crisis comes into their relationship. Now, how has this learning changed me? For me personally, it has come to a point 5 years ago that I've decided that I will not say it anymore. If I ever feel love again, then I will show it only in actions. I am not going to be part of sheep that keeps saying this and does not mean it, part of that kind of humans. I am not going to be.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Now the second thing, materials over person. Giving importance to materialistic stuff rather than person. Humans are so attached to gifts. I'm not sure how this started, but humans live their life according to occasional dates like February 14th, Valentine's Day, then birthday, then anniversary day, then something else, then expect gifts on that day. They value people based on gifts. Now consider this, if you're afraid that your girl will be pissed if you do not give her a 6-foot tall teddy bear or a 24-carat gold necklace or some expensive fruit phone which people buy like sheep because it's a brand cult, if you're afraid that she'll be pissed if you don't do this or something similar like this, then stop for a minute and think. Think, what if you were to remove these gifts from your relationship equation? Will he or she value you? Go ahead, try it. Try 1 year without giving any gifts and then see your world change. You see, generally humans feel nice when they get gifts, and a lot of times people misconceive this to be love. Like when they feel nice multiple times a year, they think, they'll be like, oh, he takes care of me so much, he loves me so much. Now you stop giving these gifts and see what happens. I've also noticed that when people break up, they hurt the other person's heart so badly And yet, they keep the gifts, the cards. Like, people even keep the gift wrappers that came with the gift. I mean, what's the point, guys? You have a living, breathing human that feels emotion that you didn't bother about. And what is the stuffed bear or a piece of paper cardboard gonna do? I feel like humans are forgetting to connect with each other, like connect with other humans. Rather, they're connecting with what the other person can do for them. Now, how has this learning changed me? I don't anymore believe in giving and taking gifts. Now, people who know me already know that I'm a kind of guy who does not take gifts. I love giving gifts, but I did not love ever taking gifts. If somebody has given me a gift, like even my friends, my parents, they know they had to force me so much. I've been like that since childhood, that I do not like to take gifts. They had to force me to take gifts. But giving is something I used to like freely do. I still do, but I have lost the zeal of buying anything on specific days like February 14th or a birthday or anything. Like, if I now buy anything for anybody, it is just like I've seen something, I like it, and I just pick it up. And most possibly, if anybody gets a gift from me, it's going to be randomly on any other day, rather than like it's least possible that you'll get it on these days that you call special. So this has changed for me quite some years ago again. Now, third and the last one which I'm gonna tell you is professional life versus personal life. Now, let me repeat this again. Mixing professional life and personal life. Now, there are a lot of people who have troubles concentrating on work if they have a fight or an argument in their love life. And I used to also have this issue way back in my teens and even early to early 20s. And sometimes due to that, you make up decisions in your work life which screw you up. Like, for example, a decade ago, there was this guy. He was 19. He was working for this multi-billion-dollar MNC, and his team has like people from 25 years to 38 or 43 years old. He was the only guy who was 19-year-old, and his team was shocked when he joined that team, because they've never seen a 19-year-old guy in a tech position like that. On top of that, there came a situation where 2 times in this company, this 19-year-old got selected by his senior management to be sent to US and UK for long-term projects. Like long-term projects, so that he can get those projects to India. Like, imagine that 19-year-old gets selected because of his skills in a team which has 25 to 38 to 43 years old, which means for him solid pay in dollars, solid time to travel around the 2 countries, and of course a major leap in his career which would pitch him 6 years ahead of others. All he needed to do was use his existing skills and go get the knowledge transfer done to India to move the project to India. The opportunity knocked like not once but like twice for him, but this dude decides not to go. Like, despite that the company management like tried to pressurize him because they needed this guy's skills to do that, but he decides not to go because he had some trouble in his relationship with his 20-year-old girlfriend, and decides to stay by her side and emotionally support her. And not just that, after a few months he also ends up resigning from his job for an extension of like similar reason, like same reason for his girlfriend. Does it sound romantic? Sounds romantic, right? Somebody gives up so much of things to, emotionally stand by somebody. Except a year later, his girlfriend breaks up with him over some shitty issue and walks away. At a time when he needed her to stand beside him. So this is what it is, guys. But you see, after that, it took him like 4 years to catch up with the leap he would have got in career. He would have, if he would have gone to that project to US that day. Both salary wise and designation wise, those next 4 years for him were like mad hard work, like super stress and just focus, like with minimum amount of sleep. And he reaches that salary and designation that he would have been there 4 years ago. So after 4 years of much more hard work, like longer route, things that his skills could have brought him long time ago, it took him, because of his decision, it took him a longer time. Now here's a simple note for people who talk as if creating YouTube videos are the hardest thing on this planet. You have probably never worked passionately on anything else in life before you came to YouTube. There are harder things than this, and I'll explain that in another video some other day. But right now, let's get back to the topic. So here's the thing, right? Absolutely, and at any cost, keep your work away from personal life and vice versa. A lot of so-called Gyani people will tell you that if your personal life is awesome, then your work will be awesome. It's true, but the other way around is too. Like, did I mention that this world is materialistic world out there? Like, you have to show love somehow. I don't know, by buying gifts, by paying for movie tickets, restaurant dining. Who pays for all of this? Your work does. These days, people do not like you for what you are at heart, but they like you for what you can do for them. Sadly, the definition of love has changed. So what will truly stick to you the day every thankless human leaves is what you have achieved with your work. And by achieve, I don't mean money or fame. I am purely talking about knowledge. Knowledge that can let you survive even if hardships hit your life. So what I've done for myself is, with this learning, I've tried to segregate myself. Like, I've always told myself now that humans can forget what you do for them. They do actually. They are thankless. But whatever I work on directly impacts my learning in the brain and the feeling in the heart. And that helps me go forward in this world. So I'm yet to test how tough I've gotten. Like, I have not got a chance to test this. Like, I've not got into another situation where I can test how tough after the last mix of work and personal that I did. Like, last screw up that I did. But I've not got a chance, but I'm pretty sure I'm tougher than the last time. So let's see what life will present to me. But for you guys, let me just tell you, no matter what, love must always be unconditional. Happy Valentine's Day.
I love you, Najma. I love you, Najma. I love you, Najma. I love you, Najma.
मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ नजमा। I love you.